partly being inspired by all the great work that artists and activists have been doing in Britain, and also like being an artist and an activist here in the Netherlands. It's a group of people, artists, activists, scholars, came together a couple of months ago and thought, what's going on here in Holland with Dutch museums receiving sponsorships, especially by Shell? We will hear about that. But we decided to start a little group and a little movement to really challenge the relationships and the influence that the oil companies or fossil fuel companies have on our institutions. So we decided to start Fossil Free Culture Holland, Netherlands, and well, yes, they are very much embedded in our culture, in our art world, where we don't see them, where we see them, the logos are small, the logos are big. And we just wanted to show you what we've been thinking until now. I mean, we're just starting a group, and we hope we can create like a real working, efficient, aesthetically interesting group of artists and activists here in Holland to really challenge these relationships that Jason just explained. Because well, the fossil fuel industry is embedded everywhere in society. And so we already have a fossil-free Amsterdam movement, we already have a fossil-free Holland movement making the public institutions to divest from fossil fuels, but we also need to take the fossil fuels out of our culture. So this is the thinking that we've been doing. This is our power map. At this side, your left side, you have the oil fossil fuel corporations. Then you have a few of the institutions that receive money from these companies. Then you have a bit of the neutral, and then you have the opposition, the movements, the groups, the sectors that might resist these relationships. So you have us, who are starting, engaged artists, politically, socially engaged artists. Art schools might be interested in supporting us. Fossil-free cultural institutions that are already fossil-free, that are not receiving any sponsorship from fossil fuels. Maybe environmental NGOs want also to help. And then we also situated this in a bit of a lower scale because we don't have the same power as Shell has in this society at least. So what we want to do is reunite and make this, well, a united group of resistance that will gain power by joining forces. And by gaining power, we may maybe break these relationships. And they might also lose a bit of power in our society. But at the same time, we want to get these people on board on our side, make them fossil free. So that's actually our hope. And we just mapped a little bit our goals in the short term. Well, now we want to build a vibrant community of artists, activists that work together and create beautiful resistance, and that's why we are inviting you here to start doing this now. We want to rally already all the institutions that are fossil-free, that don't receive any funding from fossil fuel corporations, to declare themselves fossil-free. And there's already an initiative going on, Fossil Free Fund, that you can subscribe through an online website, correct me? Fossil Funds Free? Yeah. So you can get that logo that you are Fossil Fund Free. We already did it, we are Fossil Fund Free. You can all do it. And at least in the midterm, we want to target one of these institutions to not renew their deal with Shell, especially. And at the end, well, in the long term, we want to change our culture and make these fossil fuel companies not acceptable. And we also wanted to show you a little bit of the relevant events that are coming up, because we have to start. And we're not just going to start talking and making a website. We have to start making actions. So in 1 week, Shell called out for a hospitality tour. There's an informal council of ministers of energy from all Europe coming together in the Scheepvaart Museum. And Shell used this opportunity. They're all coming to Holland because Holland is now the presidency of the EU. So they use this opportunity to invite all these people, and especially the energy attaches, which are actually people that have more decision power than the energy minister. Well, it's a complicated, I'm not going to explain that, but they used this opportunity to organize an hospitality tour for these people. So they invited them for an excursion the whole day. And what's that about? They are going to take them first to the lab in the headquarters in Amsterdam North. Then they're going to go for a beautiful oil masters and oil paintings tour through the Van Gogh museums that they sponsor. And then they're going to have lunch with the CEO, and they're going to have a lot of fun. So that's an invitation for us to start acting. Then, well, the 24th of May is the annual general meeting in Amsterdam of Shell. All the stakeholders are coming to Holland to have this meeting. We may not do something there. The 9th of June, this is interesting. Vic Muniz is a very known Brazilian artist, and he is an environmental engaged artist. He's done a lot of work with communities, with issues of recycling, trash, pollution. And he's opening a solo exhibition in the Maris house, in a museum sponsored by Shell. And then in July, Gogh Museum is opening an exhibition called On the Verge of Insanity, Van Gogh Illness. And it's also another invitation. So this is us so far.